Yeah. Well, I think Trey is obviously an all-star, can score in a number of ways, catch shot, off the dribble, deep range, but he can also score at the basket, and his passing is, especially in the lob world, he's one of the best. But then you think about Capella's ability to play both ends, Collins, his athleticism, his post-ups, and then, the Herder is just a guy that he just can do it in so many ways. He plays on both ends. And then their bench is, I saw some stat where they're close to 40 points a game. And so they're a complete team from the offensive side of it, defensively. And we talked about them a lot yesterday, just how we have to defend against a team like that. It's a lot like Brooklyn, where you're playing, 1, 2, 3 passes, and then you got to be able to guard one-on-one and get the rebound. And that's simple basketball, but for the NBA, it certainly rings true against the really good teams. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was just his ability to allow me to make mistakes and grow on the fly. But more than that, it was Pop pushing me to go work before him. And I think it was important for me to be around a guy like Nate, not just because of what he did in Seattle as a player and coach, but learning the business and building a team from the ground floor up. And as an African-American, seeing that kind of leadership and the professionalism that he brought every single day had a huge impact on me. I was watching him all the time when he didn't even, think I was watching. And I haven't found many people that work as hard as Nate. We could be we had long flights going to Portland, and we could be coming from the East Coast to get back to Portland. And, you put in 2-3 hours of film work, and you still got another 2.5 hours to go. You take a quick nap and you look up, and he still got his scarf around his neck, laptop open, got his cheese plate right beside him. And and I'm like, it really pushed me to work harder. He means so much to me that I hired his son without any experience. I just was trying to pay Nate back. And lo and behold, Jamel became one of our smartest people in the building. So he's meant the world to me as a brother, as a coach, as a mentor. He and Michelle are family. And I could go on and on and on talking about Nate McMillan.
Another thing that you said, about Chris and Devin, now you finished fifth last show, if you can, follow the next season.
Yeah.
Doing the same way.
I think Chris and Book are both MVP candidates. And it's pretty cool that they're both starting to get that kind of notoriety. I don't watch a ton just because I don't want it to mess with my mind, but the things that I do see on ESPN, I'm starting to see both of them get that kind of recognition. And I'm sure they would downplay it, but they deserve it. They've been huge for us this year. Nate just calls it like it is, so I don't have to bring it up. He brought it up. Now I can just piggyback it. I've said it a number of times. I'm grateful to be able to coach those two and partner with them as we continue this journey. Yeah. You can see their impact on the game. DA's size, his ability to put pressure on the rim. You could see a little bit of rust because he hadn't done anything in that environment for almost 3 weeks, I would imagine. Jay, just the IQ, the know-how, knocking down that first shot, I'm sure gave him some confidence. And then the communication during the game. The one thing that, Cam was knocking down shots and it was about time. They kind of know when I'm looking down there when I'm about to put them back in. And Jay came over to me, he's like, Coach, like, let him roll. He's got it going. And I think those are the kinds of things that good teams have. So it was good to have those guys back, and it put a lot less stress on the rotation when you have those bodies and rotation guys back in the mix.
So speaking of just to that, and I think you guys are here.
All we're worried about right now is the meeting. It's always the next right thing for us. Of course, we want to win every game, but everything is always step by step, at least in my mind. Pop taught me a long time ago to not skip steps. And so we want to be able to prep our guys in a way that they can take the information and apply it to the game and then go out and have a great first quarter and then just pop, go from there. And I think our guys understand that part. We gave them the morning off so that they could rest. And I'm sure they're expecting a number of bullet points so that they can be successful on the floor. But I know they want to win every game. But for me, it's like, let's have a great meeting and then go from there.
We'll finish with 2 on Zoom. First, Cameron Fox with 12 News.
Hey, Monty, I apologize if this is a skipping steps question here, but just have you thought about what it would be like for you to have Book and Chris there with you on All-Star Weekend yet? The reserves are announced here in like an hour.
Like I just said, I'm going to get ready for the meeting, and all that stuff that comes after that, we'll address it. And I respectfully am just concerned about our meeting right now. I understand the question, but that's just not the focus that we have right now.
Last will be Kevin Redfern with Cronkite.
Hey, Monty, I was just wondering if you checked out the new I Am Black History mural at Footprint back in Phoenix. And then on top of that, how has the locker room embraced Black History Month this February?
I have not seen it, but I'm obviously, as an African American in my position, I'm mindful of African Americans and Caucasian Americans that sacrificed a ton so I could be in this position. At the same time, our team is well aware of it, and you see it in a number of ways with Chris and his HBCU initiatives, a number of things that our guys do in the community, in their own communities, to level the playing field so that everybody has a fair shot. I think it's a residual effect, a direct reflection of Black History Month and the awareness that our country socially tries to highlight during this time of the year. So from time to time, we'll show a movie or an excerpt of an individual that's had a huge impact on the world from the Black community. And I think it's important that we not only show those types of things from the Black community, but from the brown and white communities as well. And I think that's something I probably need to work on.